So welcome everybody. My name's Craig Nichols. I'm the Executive Director with the Tourism Abbotsford Society. And we're going to be one of the tenants, one of the user groups here in the building in the not too distant future. We're not moved in yet, but we look forward to that when that does happen. I'd like to welcome you all here this morning to help us celebrate the official reopening of the Centennial Library building. This revitalization project has been 53 years in the making. So awesome to get to this point here today and acknowledge the reopening of it. I would like to start off by acknowledging the traditional and unceded territory of the Stolo people. The Sumas and Matsqui have been on this unceded land, sharing the land for time immemorial. So in just a moment, I will be asking Chris Silver to come forward from Sumas First Nation to bring greetings on behalf of our Indigenous brothers and sisters. But before we get there, just a few more words. Really important, of course, to keep doing the great job you're doing this morning of maintaining your social distancing. As you can see, the speakers are leading by example up front here. So we've got a good 6 or 7 feet in between. So yeah, please remember to do that throughout the course of the next half hour or so, especially important when you go inside for the tour. It'll be a self-guided tour. We will be pulsing people in the building though to make sure there's not too many inside at once. But of course, just make sure you maintain your social distance. So we thank you for that. If you don't have your masks already, it looks like most do, you can pick one up still at the table just towards the back there, towards the trees. As well, if you didn't get your ice cream certificate, which is a hot commodity today, you can also pick that up at the table at the back. Like everything else these days, COVID has had an impact on getting this building open and up and going again. And you can tell by our smaller group gathered size this morning, it's also having an impact on our celebration, but it's going to be a great celebration nonetheless. I remember meeting with Barb and Danica and some of the city staff and the other tenants earlier this year, and the celebration we had planned at that time looked a lot different. It was going to be over the course of a few hours with entertainment, with food and music, but COVID. So here we are. Nonetheless, we are gathered to acknowledge a successful renovation, give a nod to the past, and look forward to the future. And even though that future right now is sort of uncertain and a bit cloudy, there are a few things that are known and are clear, and that's that community collaboration and creativity coming out of COVID are going to be more important than ever. And that's what we hope as Tourism Abbotsford that we'll be a part of here at this facility once we're down here and operational. So with that said, I'm going to ask Chris Silver to come forward and provide us his welcomings. Thanks, Chris.
Siam and Siaya, Sialakwa. I'd like to thank my dear friends for coming here. I was just talking to Craig earlier, and I said that I'm surprised that we even could congregate in a group out here in Jubilee Park because we missed Jam and Jubilee and so on and so forth this year, but I'm glad that we all get to congregate and have our social distance moment and get to enjoy a special day. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Chris Silver. My traditional name is Theoquiltil, and I'm elected councillor of Sumas First Nation. I'd like to welcome everyone to the traditional and unceded territory of the Sumas and Matsqui people. What me and my dear sister here are going to do is share a traditional welcoming song for everyone here. And we're going to sing the Fraser Valley Co-ed song. A long time ago, here in the Fraser Valley, our old people used the rivers as a way of transportation. They used to call it the highway of our ancestors. And when your family would come from any of the other villages, like towards Vancouver Island, Chilliwack, Hope, they'd come into your village and they'd start singing a song, letting you know that they weren't coming to start a war, they weren't coming to start a fight, that they came in peace. And they wanted to share a blessing with their family when they got to the shores. And that's what these songs represent for us to this day. It's a part of our history, it's a part of our culture, it's a part of our language. The first language, they said, that ever came to the people was through song. And that's one thing that all races have in common is song and dance. But I'm gonna bless everyone here. Me and my sister are gonna share a song, and we're gonna share a blessing with everyone here. But I'd like to thank everyone for coming here. See you, sorry. Hi.
All right, thank you so much. With that, we'll move on to our speakers here behind me. The first one that we'll call forward is MP Ed Fast. Ed's been a long-time Abbotsford resident. He was first elected to House of Commons in 2006, and as I'm sure many of you know, he served as for 2 terms on the Abbotsford School District as a school trustee, and the 3 terms as an Abbotsford City Councillor. So MP Ed Fast, the podium is yours.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, friends of Abbotsford. I'm so grateful that I've been invited to this event. My wife and I moved to Abbotsford some 40 years ago. I started learning how to practice law 1 block away from this building, the library. And over the years, I had a chance to serve on city council. And back then, it was just a little light at the end of a long, long tunnel, the revitalization of downtown, the revitalization of this park and this precinct. And fast forward a couple of decades now, and you see how this area of Abbotsford is developing into, really, it's becoming a jewel of the community of Abbotsford. And I want to pay special respects and acknowledge the efforts of City Council, especially the current City Councillors. There's many of you here today. Actually, my colleague, is that Brad Viss? Behind the mask, I didn't notice. My colleague, MP Brad Viss from the neighboring riding of Mission, Matsqui, Fraser Canyon is here. I do look around and I see many current councillors. Former councillor Simon Gibson is here. And this is all the collective vision and the work of so many people over the years that saw what Abbotsford could be. And so I'm thrilled to see this building revitalized and repurposed for the future, because we're in a new century, the 21st century, where the needs of our community are different. And I love to see a city council that is progressive and forward-looking. So Mayor Braun, and to you and your whole council, congratulations on the work that's been done here. And to everybody else that had a part in today's event and making this such a success. So all the best to you as you get the community to serve and to use this building for the purposes that are going to continue to build Abbotsford. Thank you, everyone.
Great. Thank you, Ed. So next, we're going to call upon our own mayor, Mayor Henry Braun. Mayor Braun is, I think, our loudest and proudest champion of Abbotsford. We always appreciate that, and we look forward to many more years. So, Mayor Braun, your turn.
Thank you, Craig. Honorable Ed Fast, and I see MP Brad Viss is here. Speaker of the Legislature is here, Daryl Plekas, MLA Simon Gibson, Dr. Mclean. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is wonderful to be here this morning on behalf of the City of Abbotsford and to be joined by Councillors Dave Lowe, and I've kind of lost, there he is, Sandy Blue, Patricia Ross, Les Barkman, and I believe Kelly Shahal. If anybody else is here, please raise your hand, because you're not in my notes. I think I've got them all. Thank you for joining us. This morning is a celebration, the opening of a very special new space. The Centennial Library building was constructed in 1967 as a community project for the celebration of Canada's Confederation. After 45 years in service, the building was closed in 2012. This area has grown and changed so much since 1967. It's undergone a transformation by our residents and business owners, along with a new neighborhood plan for historic downtown Abbotsford that was adopted by Council in 2019. This location is the gateway to historic downtown Abbotsford and adjacent to Jubilee Park. And we knew that this Centennial Library building was well situated to become a community gathering space and an innovation hub for Abbotsford. In 2018, the city initiated a renovation program to create the gathering space and innovation hub. At the same time, significant improvements to accessibility and energy efficiencies of the building were made. And I know that Unitech is here. They're responsible for all this. Give us a wave. They're right there. Thank you for joining us as well. The total cost of the renovations was $1.3 million, with partial funding of $500,000 coming from the Federal Gas Tax Fund. This project focuses on developing a vibrant and diverse economy and will now be home to some of the dynamic organizations that are shaping Abbotsford's future. I'd like to officially welcome Tourism Abbotsford, the Downtown Business Association, the University of the Fraser Valley CityStudio program, and Banter Ice Cream to this new space. I'm so pleased to share the many energy efficiency improvements that were made to the building, including significant upgrades to the building's insulation, the heating, ventilation, and cooling systems, and replacement of the windows and doors. And there's lots of other things that happened beneath the wall or behind the walls. This space will serve the needs of our growing historic downtown, bringing together the exciting activities happening in the recently redeveloped Jubilee Park, and you can see the farmers market is out here today, and the many new residential developments opening up in the surrounding area. So thank you everyone who has been part of bringing this project to life. Thank you for coming this morning.
Yeah. Thank you, Mayor. And I was checking on the city website. It did say the building was supposed to be opened or ready for fall of 2020. So we're ahead of schedule because we're not to fall yet. So awesome job by everybody. Yeah, we got 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We beat the deadline by 2 weeks. So up next, we're going to call upon Jerry Palmer, who is the president of the Abbotsford Downtown Business Association. And maybe just with that, Jerry, I'll turn it over to you right now if you're ready.
Welcome to downtown Abbotsford. You are in the downtown Abbotsford area, and it's a pleasure to have you all here and to let you see what's going on down here. Now, I've had the pleasure and the privilege of being a cheerleader for downtown Abbotsford for the last 20 years. Admittedly, I might not be one of your more attractive cheerleaders, and I'm not going to be doing anything athletic, but nonetheless, it's been a privilege to be involved with the downtown for the last 20 years and see what's been going on. Now, I look at this and I remember 2 years ago, roughly, being here for the reopening of Jubilee Park. And that was part of a longer term vision, one that we in the Downtown Abbotsford Business Association contributed some money towards, and something that we're all very proud to see, the transformation and how this park has become more and more a center of our community, which is how we view the downtown. Again, I look at this as just another step. This building, it's another step in the transformation that's been happening in our downtown. I'm sorry, your downtown. And if you take a wander around today, because after this event, there is a opening of a mural on our little laneway in the downtown off of Essendine. There's a opening of a mural that's been where there's been involvement of several organizations, including the Reach. So I welcome you to do that. When you walk down there, you might see that there's actually another mural being put up in honor of Bob Boss. And I want to just mention Bob Boss's name today as somebody who's done a lot of work downtown that I think the new elevator that's put in was put in earlier when the Downtown Business Association was attempting to start the renovation of the building. And so I want to give Bob Boss a lot of credit for what's happened in the downtown, since he's not here to hear it, but he certainly needs some recognition, and he will be receiving that when the mural is completed on his building in a couple of months and we're able to open that one. So I just want to tell you, there's lots of things in the downtown that are happening. I'm sure you're all aware of that. This is one. Now, Downtown Business Association, we're proud that this building has been renovated. We're proud also to be one of the tenants here. So our services for our members will now be in here. And so, again, I want to thank all the levels of government that have contributed. I want to thank everybody for being here. And I want you to take the opportunity to look around and see this is just part of it's been going on in the last little while, the last several years, with the effort of a lot of people, including governmental people, but not exclusively governmental people, to turn this into your community downtown. Thank you.
Good. Thanks, Jerry. And yeah, I do have to commend the ADBA. They've done such wonderful things the past few years, and I've seen the office space inside now, and I know it's going to serve very well the community moving forward. So awesome job from the ADBA team. So next, we're going to call upon Dr. Joanne Mclean from UFV, who has a long list of credentials. I won't go through them all right now, but just for those that don't know, Dr. Mclean became UFV president on May 1st, 2018, so just over 2 years. So we'll call you forward.
Thank you, and I'm going to have to get on my tiptoes or adjust this a little bit. There we go. That works. Jerry's fault. Good morning, everyone. It's truly a pleasure to be here, and I'm so glad that this celebration is happening, that this opening is happening, given the last 6 or more months that we've had where, these opportunities to gather have not been here. So thanks for everybody for coming. Thanks to the city for organizing. At the university, our mission, our very reason for being involves our students, and it involves engaging them in learning, of course, but helping to transform them and help them to be whatever it is that they feel they can be, whatever it is that they aspire to be, and also through that to help to build community. So we're, engaging learners, transforming lives, and building community. And this work, the vision of our mayor and city councilors, the refurbishment of this particular building is a vital part of that. CityStudio is this wonderful partnership between the City of Abbotsford and the university, where our students are engaged in experiential learning. They're engaged in project learning. They're doing things that are through their lens, solving problems, real world problems that can help our cities, that can help our society. And that's very much a part of the entire vision that we have for learning at the university. Very much experiential, hands-on learning. So I want to say thank you to the city, to members of council for your vision, for your partnership, for the wonderful relationship that we have between the so-called gown and town and gown, for real life impact for students and I think for our community. And it's really a great opportunity for me to say, on behalf of my colleagues who are here today, Jerry, who's one of our business professors, our speaker, Mr. Plekas, who is Dr. Plekas, who is, of course, a professor emeritus of the university, and my colleagues who are here as well. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for CityStudio to be a part of this particular space. I know the impact it's going to have for our students, for our instructors, and I believe in the impact that we can have for the community through it. So thanks very much for the opportunity, and I look forward to chatting with you when we're done this ceremony and viewing this wonderful space. Thank you.
Good stuff. Thank you. And I did realize we've got a little bit of in common. You coached women's basketball for 6 years at the University of Waterloo, correct? Windsor. Okay. Oh, I was almost correct. So University of Windsor for 6 years. I was the assistant coach to my son's 12-year-old team. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. So we saved the best for last. I mean, we've heard from a member of parliament. We've heard from a mayor. We've heard from a lawyer, Jerry, and from a UFV president. But last, we get to hear from an ice cream shop owner. So this is really great. So Laura, I'm going to call you forward to say a few words on behalf of your new ice cream shop.
Hi, my name is Laura, and I own Banter Ice Cream. I'm not sure how many of you have had the chance to try our ice cream yet, but we're pretty excited about it. Our whole goal behind the ice cream is that we just wanted to bring the tastiest treat that we can to Abbotsford so that you and your friends and your family can come and just relax and banter a little bit with each other, make jokes, also have those heart-to-hearts with each other. And when we started the business about 3 years ago, I don't think that we imagined it being quite as awesome as we've experienced it. We've been open for about a month now, just over a month, and we've just been able to see the park come to life. Last week there was a family that actually brought a barbecue to the park, and they're like grilling up chicken, and their whole extended family's here. And then they were able to just like play spike ball and just use all the amenities of the park. And for that, we're just so thankful to the city, to the councilors, to everyone that made this happen. I'm just like so grateful for the renovation of the park, the renovation of the building. It has been so fun to be a part of it. And it's just great just being a part of downtown Abbotsford. A lot of our ingredients actually come from farms in the surrounding areas. Archway Urban Farm, they're just about a block away, and they provide some herbs for our ice cream. And we have a couple other farms over by UFV that provide some ingredients for us. And it's just been really fun working with everybody. And we're excited to see kind of where this goes. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's been a huge hit. For those that haven't seen it in action yet or tried any ice cream, you're in for a treat today. And Laura, I have to tell you, I just got my food sensitivity test back, and unfortunately dairy is off the charts sensitive for me. So I'm going to be asking you for non-dairy ice cream. Otherwise, I'm going to be in pain down below you at my office. So with that, I think we're ready to move over to our ribbon cutting area. So Barb is over here to help coordinate the speakers. So if we can have you come over towards Barb and she'll get us coordinated.
Thank you.
Everybody wants to go back.
What's your favorite flavor? We don't have it today,
We are cutting the ribbon and not the banner. Yes. On the, everybody ready? Maybe on the count of 3.
You're counting?
1, 2, 3. Now can we also have
Exactly. Oh, it's amazing.
All right. Well, that concludes the official part of today's celebration. Now we're going to move on to going on inside to tour the facility. So you can just on your own come up one by one. Barb's here at the entrance to sort of monitor us on our way in. While you're waiting, feel free to use your ice cream certificate to go grab some ice cream if you want, or hold on to that and use it after your tour. And yes, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for coming out.